Well, I think the news is still everyone is waiting for the Shohei Ohtani ball to drop because once that does and once he announces where he's going to go, everything is just gonna start happening. I think everyone's
Yeah.
kinda waiting. We had the Aaron Nola re-signing in Philadelphia, which was a pretty big deal. But other than that, there hasn't been a ton going on. Like, even guys like that we had wondered about, like Matt Chapman, who's been linked to the Giants, he's not breaking the bank. I mean, he's gonna get paid, but he's not getting a $300 million contract. But him, that is seems like to be on hold until after this Ohtani thing happens, which
Yeah.
I'm sure those guys are hoping it happens sooner than later so they can figure out their business. But since the last time we talked, so this was 2 weeks ago, are you? Do you feel better about Ohtani? Do you feel worse about Ohtani? Are you about the same?
I'm about the same. I am fully prepared for him to not sign with the San Francisco Giants. I am fully prepared for him to sign with the San Francisco Giants. I'm also fully prepared to understand that we are a bargaining chip, most likely. Um, but we could also not be a bargaining chip. I mean,
Mhm.
there are so many things. There are four different directions this could go, and I mean, truly, two. He signs with us or he doesn't sign with us. The reasons could go in many different directions, but I'm fully prepared for either way. I don't know if I feel any different than I did 2 weeks ago. I guess I'm a little more optimistic because I think 2 weeks ago I was leaning more towards this ain't happening. We're going to be out of it. It's going to be the Dodgers. Um, I didn't expect it was going to be the Blue Jays, but they're a name that has really kind of come up in a lot of talks lately. But yeah, I was thinking more. It was probably going to be the Dodgers, maybe even the Angels. I mean, maybe he stays in Southern California. Something I read today basically said here's a reason that Otani could end up staying with the Angels is because he is very familiar. He's a creature of habit. He enjoys his routine and could stay in Anaheim because he knows exactly what to do while he's there. But again, I mean, they're not a winning ball club, and neither are the Giants at this point. But the Giants, I think, could make the pitch that hey, we've had the success in the past, and it's within the last 10 years we've had success, so we could get there again, and we want to get there again. We've seen what it's like, and that could kind of sway him towards us, but we'll see.
I'm going to the prestigious website, bookies.com.
There you go.
And here are the odds for Shohei Ohtani as of December 4th, today, as we're recording, 8:20 a.m. Pacific. So early this morning, according to bookies.com. And I guess this comes from veteran odds maker Adam Thompson, and he has the Dodgers in pole position here at plus 200. He has the Cubs right behind the Dodgers at plus 450 and the Giants at plus 500. So, still in the top 3. Now, the Blue Jays, who made a jump last week in these odds from what I saw, are at plus 650. Then you got the Braves, who are kind of circling. Like, if I'm the team that I'm afraid of, obviously, we just don't want them to sign with the Dodgers no matter what.
No, no.
The team that I'm afraid
Anybody else.
is Atlanta because they're so good and they have
Yeah.
talent who are still in their prime right now. And you just add him to that squad and you pencil those dudes in for 110 wins. So it's kind of funny though to see the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Mets kind of off of the outside of the top 5 because those
Yeah.
are big money teams who usually are right in the mix on deals like this. And so I guess what I'll say is I've been listening to a podcast with Tim Kawakami and his new feed. It's a podcast that's called North South,
Yeah.
And his podcast partner's name is Dylan Hernandez, used to be in the Bay Area writing for the Mercury News, now writes out of LA. And so the idea of the podcast is to kind of just catch up with each market, with each other, and like what's going on in LA, what's going on in the Bay Area. And he also speaks Japanese. And so he follows Shohei very closely. And the way that he described how the Dodgers are coming into this deal, this possible deal, it seems very corporate in a sense. Like, you are signing to join the Los Angeles Dodgers, not that the Los Angeles Dodgers are jumping through hoops to try and sign you. That's the feel that I got from Dylan when he was talking to Kawakami about this. And so, maybe the other thing that's kind of interesting, I don't know if you've seen some of these Dodgers contracts, but these contracts, like Freddie Freeman, his money is like delayed. Like, not that it's delayed, but he's going to be making money from the Dodgers through like the 2030s. Like,
Jeez.
that's how his contract works. So I don't know if that hurts or helps them, but I don't know. The Dodgers at plus 200. I fully expect them to get him, but at the same time, like, I'm hearing information that makes me hopeful. Now, I was talking to a friend who's a Blue Jays fan, and I was saying how, if I had my hopes as to where he would go and it was not the Dodgers, I would kind of pick the Blue Jays because then he's out of
Yeah.
the National League. And they already got Belt. I don't know if Belt's gonna be on the team next year, but I kind of had a little bit of watched a little bit of Blue Jays this year because of Belt. So I thought that'd be a fun place to go. I don't understand why he would choose the Blue Jays. Because I mean, it's really hard for them to get talent, right? They have to grow the talent from within. I guess they did get Gosman when
Yeah.
the Giants didn't sign
But
Gosman.
if they gave him 600 million, the exchange rate isn't that like 835 million? I think I was reading today. So
Maybe.
so that's it gets you an extra 235 million if you spend that in the States. I guess.
Money hungry Ohtani. That's what the
Yeah,
headline would be if he signs with the Blue
exactly.
Jays.
I think that would be fun. Yeah. I mean, if it's not us, the Blue Jays would be kind of fun, because I guess us, we're older fans, so we remember the 92, 93 Blue Jays.
Oh, yeah. Cito Gaston, baby.
Cito Gaston, Roberto Alomar. I mean, those were some fun teams to watch. Joe Carter with the home run off of Wild Thing. So that was what, 92, 93. Yeah, so that was 93. But yeah, so that would be fun to see a team that's kind of, punching it back up again and trying to get back to the World Series. I know they've been fighting for the last few years. They just haven't gotten over the hump. But you look at a team like that, you look at a team like Atlanta, they're kind of there. They need that missing piece. Does Ohtani want to be the missing piece? Or does he want to go to somewhere like San Francisco where he can be the piece? Like, you build around Ohtani. I know he's 30 years old, but if you give him a 10-year deal, he's going to be around for a while. You put people in the seats, you build the team around Ohtani. Ohtani is the top. I mean, he's the top of the mountain, but you stick him in somewhere like Atlanta, they love Acuna Jr. They love Matt Olson. They love their guys there. In Toronto, they love Vladdy. They love Bo Bichette. Ohtani's just another piece. Same with the Dodgers. That he's just another piece. Yes, he can get him over the edge, but does Ohtani want to try to build something? It didn't work in Anaheim, but does he want to try to go somewhere else like the Giants that could with a young core coming up? I don't know. I mean, it's all intriguing. We don't know what's in the mind of Shohei. And maybe we'll find out someday through interviews and whatnot whenever he does sign and when spring training rolls around with whichever team. So it'll be interesting.